when I was a kid, being in the car with my family going somewhere. I just remember looking out the window, seeing the moon, and just having this sense of wonder and curiosity. And that might be a totally invented memory, I'm not sure, but I can remember from a very early age having just a really strong interest in space. My name is Adrienne Pickerill. I am an astrophysics major at University of Colorado Boulder, and I'm also a command controller at LASP, and I do research. I found out about LASP my freshman year, second semester. They send out emails about job opportunities, and I applied to the command controller job. And then I decided that I wasn't ready for that because it would involve me staying in Boulder year-round. I was still a freshman, and so it was very early in my college career. And so I decided that I would take one more year to adjust and take my time to be ready for it and then reapply the next year. I always just thought it would be a really exciting career to be able to discover new things, and there's always more to discover in the field of astronomy, and so that's what made me want to look for research opportunities in college and reapply the next year. They contacted me to see if I would be interested in applying again, and so I jumped on that opportunity. And I definitely feel like I was more prepared the second time around because I had interviewed with them, and I had also been able to spend the whole year deciding on whether I was ready for it or not, thinking about what made me feel ready for it that I didn't have the previous year. I was able to talk about that to them when I was interviewing the second time. I felt like I had a new sense of confidence in my abilities to succeed in a job like that. Nick Schneider has been helpful through the past several years. He ended up recommending the command controller position to me. After I got that position, I had been working as a command controller for a year and a half. I reached out to him to see if he had any research opportunities that he knew of that I could get involved with. And he sent me a few that he knew of and also told me I should apply to his position for MAVEN, and he hired me for that. MAVEN studies the atmosphere of Mars. It has a lot of different instruments that can study different parts of the atmosphere, and it looks a lot into the upper atmosphere because that can tell us a lot about particle escape and gas escape, and so scientists can extrapolate that data into the past and imagine what Mars might have looked like in its long history. And so that can tell us a lot of important information that we might need for future missions to Mars, and also can just tell us a lot about how planets evolve over time. My biggest piece of advice for students who are also wanting to do research in particular is to not put too much stress on yourself to get your hands on a project right away. That was something that was really emphasized to me when I came in as a freshman, and it just put a lot of stress into the whole situation rather than it being driven by what you're really interested in or finding people that you really want to work with. I was interested in space from when I was a kid. It was just always a subject that caught my attention, and I was very curious about it, and so I just always knew that it's what I wanted to do in school.